All right, David, this is our first legit episode.
Are you recording?
I'm recording.
Oh my god, here
I
we
know,
go.
after
I
30
don't know even
minutes
what
of
to say.
setting up.
Holy shit, here we are.
So, here's the
Hello.
unnamed podcast. We have no idea what we are doing.
Well, yeah, we do.
Kind of.
Well,
What are we doing,
Yeah.
David, today?
we're just going to go on Reddit and we are going to look at news and we are going to discuss the news together.
Sounds like an amazing thing.
Yeah, it's very engaging and
Well, we have
interesting.
to actually find some engaging news.
Are we just going to go right ahead?
Let's go for it.
Okay, we're diving right on in.
Mm-hmm.
France bans crushing and gassing of male chicks
Wait, what?
from 2022.
That wasn't banned before?
Apparently, I'm opening up the article now.
So, wait.
France will ban from next year the killing of male chicks from crushing
Oh, you mean
or
chickens.
gassing.
I thought you meant girls.
I'm sorry.
That's why I was so confused, because I
Why
was like, how are
would-
they still allowed to burn people and all this
Why
stuff?
would a professional article published by, what is it, Reuters.com
Sounds like Hooters. Talking about burning chicks.
talk about that? I don't know. That's interesting. Can you imagine just crushing a little bird?
I mean,
Why would they kill them anyways?
that's inhumane. I bet it's probably some economic reason. It's just more
Economic.
sufficient business. It's cheaper.
To just crush them.
Well, I'm not saying that's morally correct. I'm just saying that's probably
Just
the motivation behind
seems
it.
a little silly.
It does. It's overdone. They could have probably done it better.
Wait, like, I just don't get it though. Like, just let them grow up so you can use their meat, right? Like, why would you kill
Yeah, I
birds
don't
when you
know.
could?
They grow chickens crazy fast, like 8 weeks, I think, now. And then the chickens get so big that their legs actually start to break and their cartilage wears. It's really sad.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
What is a DA?
A DA?
Yeah,
Drug associate? I don't know.
a drug associate.
That's what came into my
Oh, district attorney.
head. I was
Okay.
very close.
District attorney won't charge Utah officer who said, "You're about to die" before shooting a man. There is a video of the officer's body cam footage leading up to the shooting. Graphic content. We can't watch that. This is a podcast.
No. See, here's the thing. We'll talk about politics, I think, but fuck it. We talk about anything. There's no barrier. We'll see where this goes.
This is crazy.
What's that red thing?
Red thing.
I don't know. I saw a red thing on there.
This is an ad for the Tokyo Olympics.
Close.
Wow. I just can't fathom saying that. Interesting. All right. Teens around the world are lonelier than a decade ago. The reason may be smartphones.
That is interesting. It's probably because Let's talk about that. Let's talk about smartphones and how they're probably impacting today's youth
As a lonely
as
person.
a social issue. as lonely
I
people
agree.
ourselves. Yes.
I've had no friends except for this one.
Well, I would say I did meet people through online, but that was through like video games and Xbox.
Yeah, I've met a lot of friends online, but they live all over the world, so it's like, how do I even really, like, what's the point of these friendships? Because they're like never gonna be able to like meet each other in person, you know?
I was gonna say it's interesting you say that because a lot of the friends I met in Cheshire, I met through Xbox before our schools integrated, and especially in elementary school when everyone's separated. That's how I started off with a lot of
Yeah, well, I
friends.
just kind of played Animal Crossing, so I never really like played a massively online game. I didn't even get into Roblox till I was in like.
I never really got
Middle
much
school.
into it. Maybe like high school, some kids were trying it,
Listen, I loved
but
Roblox.
no. Minecraft was mainly what I played with COD and GTA 5.
I was Minecraft, and then I was always Animal Crossing, and then I started doing Roblox in like middle school. I would
Middle
say.
school.
Middle school.
I
And
kind of
played
remember
it.
a
I
little
played
bit
it
about
every
it.
couple of months in high school also, but it was like a secret for me because
Really?
I would play it again.
Really?
I would play Roblox.
Roblox
again.
was okay. There was this one game that I remember called Natural Disaster. Do you know that one?
Yes, I love
yeah,
that one.
that one was fun. That was so stupid. We would play it and
Oh my
laugh.
god, no!
I remember.
No, I literally did play that one quite a bit. No,
But-
I liked the Titanic one because the Titanic would sink and you could like pretend that you were on the Titanic, and I just lived vicariously through that man. It was very fun.
That is pretty funny.
Yeah.
When I went into it, I was expecting something like Minecraft, but that
Well,
was
no, it
what
was-
disappointed me a
It
lot.
was like you could just do whatever you wanted. Like one of my favorites was there was this like pizza business that you could run. Like you could work at a pizzeria making pizza. Also,
Mhm.
you could be like the person at the counter, like who took the
What if they,
pizza
like, had
order.
you actually running a real
could
business
deliver
over
it.
online.
I loved it. I love games like that. Here's the thing, like I'll be the most productive man online ever if you give me like a thing to do, like a business to run, and it could be the most realistic business running game. Like you could just be sitting there like tossing salads for like 7 hours, and that's your fucking job. But if I did that shit in real life, I would not be happy to do it.
So you're doing a video game, basically.
I would do it in a game. I
when
would
there's
not.
no reward besides like
No reward.
inner
I
gratification.
would do it in a video game. I would not do it in real life.
Really?
Yeah, I know. It's stupid, but like you can ask a lot of people, they'll say the
You
same
know
thing.
how profitable running your own business could be, though.
Yeah,
running, like, a
even as a
pancake
server.
shop?
Listen, I actually did love doing that, running a little pancake business.
You could
in college.
do that, dude. Expand it, college pancakes.
We need to they don't know. The people don't know about the pancake business.
Yes, explain your pancake business,
So,
David.
I go to the University of Miami. Et voilà, if you can even read that.
It says you Miami.
Well, there's people who are going to be like listening to this without watching the video, right?
Yeah, there's gonna be some people probably. I mean, I'm gonna put on YouTube at first, but in the future we'll probably adjust to other apps. But for now, YouTube is the simplest and what I know how to
Okay,
upload
so if
on.
anybody cannot see us, I'm wearing a Miami shirt because I go there. And there's like two big freshman dorms. There is Mahoney Pearson and there is Hecht Stanford. Mahoney Pearson's lovely. Hecht Stanford is very looks like a prison building.
Oh,
very
Jesus.
scary looking. But they had a business called Cane's Cakes, and it was like a student-run pancake business. Now, me and my bestie Veronica, we were very jealous of Hecht Stanford, and there was a curfew around the entire city of Miami for like 10 o'clock at this point because of COVID. So we couldn't go over to that dorm to go order pancakes if we wanted to. We had to and you also had to have like a room number, so you had to basically stay there. So we just couldn't get these pancakes. And so then the next day we both got the idea oh my God, what if we made our own pancake business?
Pretty
So we
crazy
went to
idea.
Walmart and we dropped $100 on getting a griddle, all the ingredients, all of the cookware stuff that we would
And now,
need.
real quick, did you want to open this for money or just because you thought it was gonna be fun, or a mix of reasons?
Both.
Both.
Yeah, we thought it would be super cool. We figured we would do okay money, but we weren't really for profit. Each pancake was $1.
Were you pretty bored? Did you want to do something just to fill the time? Because a lot of people got bored during all the
kinda.
lockdowns.
No, listen, I was always busy. It was crazy in college, but we did want something fun to do for the weekends, and we thought it would be cool to we figured we would make good money because think about it. There was a 10 o'clock curfew, and the dining hall closed at 7 o'clock on weekends, which is kind of early.
So you had a nice little niche, it sounds like.
I did, because everyone was in their dorms. Nobody could go out because you couldn't come back later than 10 o'clock or you'd get in trouble. Nobody was going out, and the dining hall was closed early, so you'd have to get DoorDash, which would be $50
Oh yeah, no,
for
they're
a
so
hamburger and
expensive.
fries.
I think I told you about DoorDash real quick off topic. DoorDash is desperate for drivers right now, I believe.
Yeah.
And my theory is based off the fact that I see 10 DoorDash ads in the span of 30 minutes on TikTok. They are spamming people. So I think they have a shortage.
You just think that it's in really high demand?
I don't think it's in high demand as much as no one wants to work for them. Because I worked for DoorDash. You get paid either $1. You can go negative, honestly, if you put gas into it. I was going to say $1 an hour to 36 an hour. And you're more often getting the $1 an hour than the 36.
Wow.
The average pay is probably around
we love worker. Fuck.
Well, that one is, you can't even argue about the employment status because they're
What do you even say?
contractions.
We love the workers protesting for better pay. Anyways, back to pancakes. We did really well. We didn't make great money. We were doing $1 pancake, 50 cents a topping. But
What do you think
every
your profit
weekend,
was a week?
it was weak, but it was so much fun because we would meet so many people. There would be people who'd open up their doors, you could smell the weed from a mile away, and it would just be like a
Normal
room
college things.
full of stoners, and they would
Yes.
just be like, "Yo, the
Everyone vying with the
pancakes are
pancakes.
here, bro! My God!" And they would go and grab their big orders of pancakes. We'd get people who would be like, "Can I have a stack of 7 pancakes, please, with Nutella and whipped cream and honey butter, and I want the Skittles." And we'd be like, "Holy shit!" People would get the most elaborate orders. And the weirdest part was, you're not supposed to have a griddle in college because that's an open heat source.
All right.
You're not supposed to
So you
be
had to
selling
sneak it
stuff.
in?
So we would have to sneak things around, and we'd have to cover the plates up so you couldn't see the pancake.
So this was a little black market.
It was
basically.
black market
This was a black
pancakes.
market pancake you
Yeah.
had going through.
Yep. So then what happened was the curfew got lifted to 11 o'clock and then 11:30, and this was only both of that was that was in 2 weeks, and then a week later, the curfew was just lifted altogether, and this was second semester.
Did you notice a pain your business went down when the curfew was lifted?
Well, the issue was this. Oh wait, no, I don't know if the curfew was ever actually lifted. I can't remember. It's a cloudy in my mind
Mhm.
this past year and a half. But what happened was people started going out, and so we had no business our second semester. So probably like a month into the second semester, we just stopped selling pancakes because nobody was in the dorm anymore. Everyone was going out to all sorts of, and then we were like, well, we want to go out too, so we got vaccinated at that point,
Mm-hmm.
and then we started going out like the last like 2 weeks of college.
So how much money do you think did you make a profit in the end of it?
Well, we probably had to spend like $200 total on like our supplies ever,
Mhm.
and I would say we probably made, like, we had some nights where we'd make like probably like $50 a night, and so yeah, I would say we probably made like a couple $100 profit over the
Not
course of
bad,
like a
man.
year though. So
Especially just the fact that you had enjoyment out of it and all that.
no, it was
fun.
super duper fun.
Yeah.
The worst part was having to clean up at the end because all I had was my little tiny little bathroom, like my little tiny little bathroom sink in my room.
Yeah, that does
Yeah.
sound pretty painful.
It was not fun, and I had like no sponge, so I had to just like manually like scrape the stuff
your
off with my hands,
That's so
and then like
gross.
use like a paper towel.
David.
No, wait.
You were really dedicated to that business, man. You're
Well, I
using your
couldn't
own
just-
skin to rub off.
Oh
the
my
food.
god. Yeah, and
Oh, man.
we
Sounds
cooked
like
with,
some poor man.
see, we cooked with masks at first,
Mhm.
and we cooked with gloves at first,
Mhm.
but we kind of slowly like started just not caring anymore, which was like we both knew. Me and Veronica, we ran the business. We both knew we should have been doing it, and we were saying we were doing it also, but then we were just like, we just don't want to wear masks
I think that
at 1
happened a
o'clock
lot,
in the morning.
dude. And especially in big businesses, you might not even notice it, but like people in the back would take them off. And it's
Oh
just,
no!
like,
When I worked at my
understandable
restaurant
to
in
a point.
Miami,
Yeah.
like we would take our masks off in the back all the time.
People just got sick of it.
Yeah.
They can only last so long. I remember a quote at like 6 months into the virus pandemic. It was like, it's very typical for Americans to be like, I'm bored of this now. It doesn't
Yeah.
exist. And I was
Sure
like,
is
oh
typical.
man. I was like, I feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want it to exist anymore.
Yeah, but we never really discussed it. We just both kind of were like, eh.
Yeah.
But hey, I mean, neither of us had COVID at that point.
At that point.
So I mean, I did get COVID in November,
Mm-hmm.
but so then I was like, well, I have the antibodies. I'm not going to give anybody COVID if I. But that's still stupid logic.
Yeah. It was something else.
Yeah.
That
so
does sound fun to have a little college business. Maybe I'll make one while I go in there.
yeah, no. The thing was also the second semester we started selling donuts also.
No, really.
We would
Don't
take-
you need a deep fryer for that?
We
though?
didn't make them. They were just Krispy Kreme.
Oh,
But what we
man,
did-
were you reselling donuts?
We took the donuts and we would dress them up with like pancake toppings, so you could get like whipped cream or Nutella.
So you just decorate Krispy Kreme donuts and
We
sell them for an upcharge, basically.
basically. Well, it wasn't.
I mean,
even-
that's
They were
business,
still
man.
like $1, I think.
Yeah.
Or I think maybe like the donuts were a little bit more expensive. They were like $1.50 or something. But yeah, they were still like not like, crazy expensive.
They must have been hella sweet though if you're putting all that stuff on.
Yeah, they probably were. But the thing is, nobody bought donuts.
No one bought donuts.
So what would happen was we'd buy the donuts for the weekend, and then by Sunday or Monday there would be
Did
like
you eat them?
2 donuts. So I'd just have to eat all of them.
Yeah, that was your excuse. Like, there's 2 dozen donuts, Mom, Dad.
And that's how I gained 30 pounds.
And that is how I got diabetes. Oh man. If there's ever an excuse, just eat sugar, I guess. Start a business around donuts and have
Honestly,
it fail.
No, I'm sure
I
that
mean,
work-
honestly, that's a
I'm sure
win-win
working at a
in the
donut
end.
shop is dangerous because at my restaurant, I,
Mm.
get a 50% off discount for all the food, and I ate so much food. There, I actually didn't gain any weight, but like I definitely would have. Like at my old restaurant, for example, I lost like 10 pounds because I was running around so much.
Mhm.
This new restaurant, I run around just as much, but I also eat the food, so I haven't lost any weight.
Oh
working
man,
there.
that's how I was with Cheshire Coffee. I think I told you about it. I gained like 10 pounds just from drinking lattes and
Oh,
all
really?
the sugar. Lattes have
10
so much
pounds?
sugar.
It doesn't show.
I mean, I've lost a lot of it now, but I still
Good.
got a bit of a gut.
you really don't have much of a gut.
What
No, I'm
was
not.
I gonna say? You know what? You
He is
never
sensitive
expect-
on his weight, everybody.
When you start working somewhere in the food industry that you probably have gone to before, you do not realize how much sugar is in some of these things. Dude, the strawberry smoothie, we did the math on it for a grande, the biggest size we have.
Mm-hmm.
It's about 150 grams of sugar.
150.
150 grams of
Holy
sugar
shit.
into like one of those like mango smoothie, peach smoothie, any of those.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and you know what's ironic is people hear that name like strawberry smoothie, they're like, this is super healthy, and I'm like, no, that's probably the most unhealthy thing we have.
150. Maybe you should revise that.
And then the lattes also. The lattes, you get sauce, you get the syrups, you get a milk that has sugar in it. And I mean,
Wow.
yeah, it gets up
Yeah,
there.
I guess it makes sense. It's not. It's like you hear it, you're like, wow, but That's what happens in this world. There's a lot of sugar and everything. Also, apparently, eating out at a restaurant, no matter what you get, is super unhealthy because a lot
Oh,
of
the sodium I heard is like out of the world.
sodium, but also the butter that they cook with.
Mhm.
They cook with a lot of butter.
Nothing ever beats cooking at home. That's why you should also, cook at home.
That
I was
is
gonna say
true.
something else, but I couldn't think of the words.
That is very true. I'm excited because my new dorm will have a kitchen in it.
A kitchen.
My own kitchen.
Really? You're gonna cook some things now?
I'll be able
You
to
will
just
be
cook
able-
for myself.
yeah, you
I got
want to do
I got a really
DoorDash?
cheap dining plan, so I only have like some money that's gonna go towards that, and the rest of it is gonna go towards
You know,
groceries.
When I live on campus, I won't have to worry about that since I get it paid for me.
Yeah, it must be nice.
Yeah.
Did you want to
The
explain
bittersweet-
that? Explain your origin story?
Explain why I get free college.
Yeah.
So if you're adopted, there's like more specifics into it.
He's
Going through the
adopted.
foster care system. Yes, I'm adopted.
Not funny.
His
His mother didn't want him.
It wasn't that.
That's
type
what you
of
get for beating me at
adoption.
Smash
It wasn't
Bros,
even
asshole.
that type of adoption.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, it was more of like not suited parenting. But regardless, you get it for free, and along with that, I get dorm and board for free. So I get to the food you get for free. All of it's paid for by the state. That's in Connecticut. So if only if I go to a public state school, I can't go to
Yes.
Harvard.
Sorry, what
So
just
my
happened?
mom just like sneezed.
Oh, I thought that was one of your dogs.
No. All right. Back to the topic, though. I would abuse that thing. I never. So I went to Southern, right? And I'm gonna go to UConn. But at Southern for the whole year when I went there, I apparently could have like gotten Starbucks and stuff for free. Never did.
Wait, they paid for like your dining dollars
Yeah.
as well? How many dining dollars did you have?
I think 175 or something. It wasn't that much.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's about as much as I
But,
got
yeah.
from U Miami. I got 100 a semester.
Yeah, it wasn't,
Yeah.
and I never even used it.
Wow, you lucky duck.
Because I mean, I commuted, and when the virus happened, I was always home.
Mm-hmm.
But I never also. This is so weird. I never got a card. The card you use to swipe in to get in buildings and stuff. A lot of colleges have. You know. What
Oh
I'm
yeah,
talking about?
because you were
Everyone got it,
We're
even
remote.
commuters. Even commuters got it, but I just never had a need for it.
you were remote though,
Yep.
right? So you didn't need one.
And I'm only going to Southern now for one more semester, and I might not need it because I think my classes are online again. I have to check.
Again? This year?
I'm pretty sure that one of my coworkers
At UConn?
goes to Southern. No, Southern. UConn, I'm transferring in spring.
Oh, right.
Yeah. If I get into
Why
stores.
would you have?
We don't know if I'm going to get into stores for sure. I have a 3.3 right now, so we'll see.
3.3 is great. That's an
3.3.
improvement.
Well, Anna didn't get in with a 3.5, but she also, that was a high school GPA. A college GPA, when you have a 3.3, already proves that you know what you're doing. Plus, if they looked at my high school GPA and saw it, they'd be like, this kid's got growth. He can make it. But
Well,
we'll
I
see.
believe in you,
Well, thank you. I do hope I get in.
too. Jagger, you can do
Mhm.
anything you want.
The content I could make if I got into UConn with Kate, and not to mention like Nick's there too, and other people from Cheshire.
Oh
Be
yes, that
outstanding.
would be wonderful.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
and then
need
you guys
to-
can all take a trip to Miami to come visit me sometime.
I would love to. And then we could also take a trip to Hawaii to visit our other friend
Oh,
Mia.
Mia.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love Mia. She is the best.
She texted me why I called, and I explained to her. She didn't text back though.
Yeah,
But
she
I
was
would have
supposed to come
invited her
play.
to come to the podcast. The issue is right now we only have 2 mics, so it's gonna be kind of an ass to like
Mhm.
switch mic back and
Maybe
forth.
Nick will come in time.
Oh
We can-
wait, what time is it now?
It's 2:04.
2:04. That's right. Nick is coming after work, and work ended for him at 2. So
Yeah, we could be here already. He could come really fast. Driven over. Could be walking down the staircase any minute.
Maybe.
It's possible.
He
All
just
right.
falls down.
Let's return to
Reddit.
Reddit.
And going on that, I don't
Let's
know.
see.
I think it's nice to get that to go and then go off natural conversation. As you can see, we're really experimenting here. I'm definitely gonna leave this
Yeah.
first episode up and just find things. I think it would also be nice, the podcast Call Her Daddy.
That's the sex podcast, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying the idea of just talking about anything without a filter.
Is that what they talk about?
They talk about. Well, I know. I never listened to it. I just know I've heard about it. One of the things is one of the first episodes they were like, let's talk about blowjobs.
Let's talk about.
They talk about very taboo subjects. Obviously, if me and you talked about, we both have different experiences. For those of you who don't know, David is gay and I am straight.
How dare you
So,
out me? I
we
was
have-
trying to hide it.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
never
Guys,
would've
actually,
known.
I'm gay. He's straight.
They
My
never
bad.
would have known.
But
It's not obvious.
you know
at
what?
all.
That would make a good episode. A gay man and a straight man talk about their experience with blowjobs.
That would be funny.
And
Can we save
opinions.
that for another one? Just
Can
because I
we?
think that'd be
Yeah.
great.
We'll talk
We're a little
about
bit
that.
deep in right now.
Well,
so
we will. All right. Another
Great.
episode, we'll talk about the sex life of a straight man
Wonderful.
and gay man talking.
All right, let's see. Well, these are all, wait, R. Kelly. Who's R. Kelly?
I heard about him, but I don't know exactly. I heard of the name a lot.
I bet you he's very important.
I think, is it a political guy or is it like
I
a
don't
criminal?
know. Who's Sean Penn? See, this is the thing. I don't know anybody.
Yeah,
so
you're
I'm
going on these. You don't know.
St. Louis
I don't know either,
requires
though, that's the
masks
issue.
for everyone. Okay. St. Louis has the arch.
Oh, something that kind of like bothered me, right? I was never one to care about wearing masks for a while, but now with everything opened and shit, I'm kind of annoyed because the library still requires masks. And it's not like, oh, fuck you, I have to wear masks. It's just like, I get out of my car, I'm so used to not wearing one now, and I see the sign that you can't come in unless you have one. I'm like, I just got to make a walk back to my car thinking all the time, like, I really don't. I'm vaccinated. Most people are. Why is this place still doing it,
Yeah,
It's,
but
like,
for
slowly
me,
growing
it's
on.
like, I did it for a full year dedicated. If I gotta
Yeah.
throw it back, like it's not
It's
like
not. It's not. It's just like the inconvenience of having to walk back to the car.
Yeah, it's
and
a very
and on that walk back, you just keep thinking like, this is so useless for me. But whatever.
yeah, it's a bit of a minor little issue, but yeah,
Mhm.
whatever. It's almost like if you were walking into a place and they were like, no shoes, no shirt, and you were like, oh, I forgot to put
But
shoes
it makes
on.
you wonder why the library requires it versus other places that don't.
Because it's like a government
I think, I was about to say government owned, so they don't have any incentive for money really.
incentive for money.
Well, a lot of people, the businesses will open up and stop requiring masks because it encourages actually more people to come. They noticed.
Oh yeah.
So
well, of course it does. It seems clear.
yeah, and the library doesn't have any gain or what's the word? Motivation for profit? Income. I know.
You
Yeah.
think your mother was dying?
I know she.
Think there was a
sneezing
murder?
Pretty loud.
Oh.
You might.
She
little
just got an email.
Yes, she did. So, fun fact, while we're using two mics, each mic has a USB, and we have to use a separate computer for each one.
Yes.
Now, in the future, I'll probably buy an amp. Honestly, pretty soon. I might just commit to it. An amp costs like $200 to $300, I think, for a good one.
What you can get, I think, is a little USB hub that you can just
Yeah.
plug. You plug
Like one of those boxes that fits in your hand.
sort of. So what you do is you plug it into the USB, and then it comes out, and it's this little thing with like 5 USB.
Oh, you mean in my
ports.
computer? The issue
whatever,
is,
and
I
then
don't
you
know if
can-
it'll record both voices.
Well, what you can do then is you can get Audacity or another similar program,
Oh,
and you can have one mic run to channel 1, and then
Mhm.
one mic run to channel 2. Or-
You would have to show me how to do that. I'm not very
Well,
tech savvy.
I'm a musician. I will handle it for you.
That's true. You should know a lot, I guess, about all the
Oh yeah,
voice
I
recordings.
know Audacity in and out.
All right,
So I'll
perfect.
help you with
Is
that.
Does it cost money?
Oh, it's free.
Oh, really?
It's open source. Also.
Awesome.
We love
All right,
Audacity.
Then maybe we'll
She's
try
a
that.
queen.
Because
Yeah.
honestly, I don't know how it's going to be to try emailing this from my mom's computer to mine.
Oh, it won't be an issue.
I just don't know if the file is going to be too large. Because obviously, this is, podcasts usually go for 40 to an hour.
I don't know. 23 minutes of audio is nothing. It's
No.
gonna be small. You can always compress it. you
Yeah,
need to.
that's true. I'll probably figure something out.
Why
by
do I
then.
have a whole? I have like a whole 20 seconds on your audio.
On my audio?
Yeah, like mine's at 27 seconds and yours is at 6 seconds.
Yeah, no, they're not going to be exact. Just because we started audios at different times.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Clearly.
I'll just edit it when I
I
get
guess
in
I
there
was
and
early.
fix
Maybe
it.
you were late.
Perhaps.
Yeah. Anyways, so I know we mentioned St. Louis at some
Mhm.
point.
Oh, you're talking about the
I
mask
want to go back to that. So, my friend Cameron and I were talking because we wanted to do like a trip or something, and for some reason, she really wants to go to St. Louis to see the Arch.
I was gonna say, what the hell is in St. Louis?
The Arch.
What is the arch? That like, I guess a big ass arch, right? It just
Yeah, the Gateway Arch.
What's
So
so
I-
special about it?
Oh,
Yeah, Mom,
Are the dishes in the dishwasher clean?
They are. I'm kind of in the middle of filming.
Okay, but are they clean or dirty?
They are clean. No, they're dirty, but I clean them.
I'm not really sure I understand either.
I
What do you mean?
mean, I wash them in the sink and then put them in the dishwasher.
Oh, wait, I have to. I am filming a podcast and we are talking.
We're just
about
gonna have
the
to make a
Arch.
large cutout right now.
We could keep it.
We could. That is
We
gonna be
could.
so unentertaining if I have like that big thing with my mom just yelling down.
Jack!
Did you do the dishes? The dishes? Are they clean? I'm like, Mom, I'm filming a podcast. But are the dishes clean? Well, I clean them and they're dirty. Oh man.
Well, anyways, so now she's talking to my other friends, and they
Mhm.
all also want to go to the Arch, and they all think it's great. But I'm thinking, like, what is so fun about the Arch? It's just a big silver arch. Come to find
Yeah.
out, actually, Gateway Arch is a national park.
Oh, it's a park. Okay,
is
well that's
literally a
more
national park.
interesting. Is
No.
it like a national park where it's just really open fields, or is it
No,
like
it's
wooded?
literally in the middle of the city. It's probably like less than an acre of grass.
How the hell does that
But
count?
it's a park. It's a national park. Like if you saw a picture of it too, like here, we were talking about it earlier. Let's see. Look at this. This is it.
Yeah, I know. I've seen the arch. I'll probably put a picture up on the screen so people can see what we're talking about.
It's just like
Is it arch or arc?
I think it's
The
arch.
candle's making a weird noise.
Oh, yeah, she's farting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, apparently you can go to the top of the arch, although I don't know how that
Yeah,
elevator
it doesn't make
mechanism
sense,
works.
right?
Like,
You must be going
you
sideways.
gotta go like up and then walk
It's
out
like
and
a
get another one
Charlie-
and go up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Wonka factory.
Interesting.
Did
Yeah.
you know? I heard a story that Elon Musk bought the house of the original Wonka.
Yes. Were we talking about
I think
this?
it was me, you, Big P. Yeah, Big P was telling
Yeah.
us about it and how he wouldn't sell it to anyone unless they promised not to make any changes to the home. So the original Wonka, Willy Wonka from the original movie,
Gene Wilder, I think, was his
Is that his name?
Right? Yeah.
maybe yeah, his house he owned was very Willy Wonka themed, and Elon Musk ended up buying it sometime later on. And when he was selling it, he took years, I think, to sell it because he wanted to find that right.
Oh, but he
buyer.
did sell it.
He did sell it. Yep.
Ah,
Yeah. Dude, imagine the life of a billionaire.
Yeah, I feel like I don't even want to imagine. Because
I mean, it really depends on what that billionaire does, obviously, what business they run, because that can have a humongous impact in their life. It's not just like every billionaire is the same.
Yeah. Have you seen The Good Place?
The Good Place, I don't know. Give me
So-
a rundown.
Oh, but then there might be people who are watching The Good Place who are watching this.
Is
But
it a show?
It's a little bit of an older show.
All right, then if you've
It's
seen
like
The
a
Good Place and
couple
you
years.
actually care about spoilers, I don't know, skip.
Yeah, if you're watching The Good
But
Place
I'm assuming no
and you
one
haven't
is.
even gotten through the first season yet, stop watching. Or actually, if you are on like, I don't even remember. I think there's 4 seasons.
Just
5
commit
seasons?
to the spoiler.
Simply leave and come back in a few minutes, okay? Go make yourself a cup of tea. I would take a look out the window.
They're not.
Take a deep
David,
breath.
no one's watching. I bet no one is. We can just start. What is it? The Good Place.
So, basically, the idea of the show is there are these people and they went to hell, but this guy who's a demon is like, actually, what if they don't think they're in hell and we make it their own personal hell by making them torture each other? And it's these 4 people and they're supposed to torture each other because they all are very incompatible, but they end up coming together. And ultimately, Eleanor Shellstrop, the main character, realizes that they're supposed to be in heaven, but it's really been terrible. And she's like, this is the bad place. This is not the good place. And basically, Michael, who is the guy orchestrating all of this, he's like a demon, actually realizes, I think you're all very good people, and I want to I want to get you guys to the good place, and I'm done torturing you guys because I can't, because you guys just keep realizing it's not the good place, it's the bad place over and over again every time I reset your brains. So, and they all want to go, and then he's trying to get them into the good place, and he goes to like the neutral place, which is where they figure out
Like
what's
purgatory.
going on. It's an office.
Wait, what's the point of the story? I totally forgot. Was there?
We're getting there. We're
okay,
getting there.
Okay.
We're getting
okay.
there. It's taking a while.
All right.
And basically, they say like, when's the last time somebody got into the good place? And the guy's like, it hasn't been for 500 years. And what they realize is there's a point system. You do something good, you get good points. You do something bad, you get bad points. And the thing is, like, you could, like, an example they use is a guy buys a thing of flowers for his grandmother, which gets him some good points. But the roses that he was buying were, farmed by slaves, which is supporting the slave industry. And the transport of the flowers was through, like, a plane, which was causing a humongous carbon footprint. And this and that and another thing and another thing. And he actually ends up getting, like, a bunch of negative points for buying flowers for his grandma. And the premise, I think, is that if I was a billionaire and I had all of that money and if I owned a big business or something, I would be getting hella bad points without even trying, because like the smallest little thing with like money like that.
You kidding me? You probably get hella bad points with that theory, just having a normal job.
Yeah, even that. But like especially as a billionaire, I just
Imagine,
feel
with
like
the amount of
every little
incomes they
thing that I
have.
did would
Or
just
an influencer with the same
Yeah.
the same idea. Anyone like that with a huge amount of following with an heir to be like, bound to be made.
like you could
It's
say
crazy.
something so small and harmless, and it could actually end up really being bad. So I would never want to be a billionaire. If I was, I would just want to take all my money and move to France, or no, Italy, no, somewhere in Europe, and just be alone for a while in a little cottage.
I want
with
to
a glass
backpack Europe. I
conservatory.
think.
You want to
I don't know.
backpack? I'm backpack. So
I want to go nature areas, not like city
nature
too much.
areas.
Yeah.
I want to go to city areas.
Although I wouldn't mind going to like a city that's like very almost like a tavern area. You know what I'm thinking of?
Like, city is a tavern.
Not city is a tavern, but like it has a
There's
tavern.
taverns in the
Yeah,
city?
there's like the narrow walkways.
Most cities have
taverns.
or
Probably in Europe.
bars.
Yeah, here we
Yeah.
don't.
We have bars here in most cities.
Yeah, but like an underground like wooden tavern. with
Underground.
stone.
That's
How
a new
cool would that
element.
be? How cool would that be?
I mean, that would be pretty fun. I mean, go
Something
to
from,
Norway.
like, Dungeon Defenders.
Go to like Dungeon Defenders.
Do you know that video game?
I never played that game
Never
before.
mind. Never mind.
You mean,
Forget it. Pass it on.
Wait,
Pass
not
on.
Dungeon Defenders. Shoot, what is that game? Castle Crashers.
Don't know it.
You never heard of Castle Crashers?
You never heard of
before?
Dungeon Defenders before?
These are the same game.
What if it was?
Anyways,
All right.
but I'm going to Europe next summer, and I'm going to be there for probably the whole
You
summer.
are?
Because
plan on
the
doing?
Frost Chorale is touring first England and then France.
Oh wow.
And then the Salzburg Festival is
You know
also
in
next
French.
year. I have a $1,000 scholarship to attend the Salzburg Festival,
oh wow.
which is this huge music festival. It's the biggest one, but like for classical music. It's not like
It's not like
anything
Coachella,
special. Yeah.
the Coachella
Yeah.
of musical or
And I don't know the
classical
exact
music.
dates yet, but I think it's gonna align where I'm gonna basically have like a month in between France and then. So rather than come back home, I might just backpack through Europe.
That sounds like it could be really fun.
Wouldn't that be awesome? And you could come and join me.
I don't
How
have
cool
that
would that
money.
be?
I don't.
Go make that money then.
Well,
Get a
by the
job.
way, just hit 100K in TikTok, social
That
media.
is crazy.
That is insane.
One of
I
my-
still haven't really like settled with that thought. That is.
Literally one of my favorite like YouTubers has about 100,000 followers, and now you have as many followers as her, and that's.
But you have
crazy
to remember,
me.
YouTube followers have more weight than than
yeah,
TikTok.
that's true. That's
TikTok
true.
is so saturated, but still, just hitting 100K.
Well, no, because that's
That's
crazy.
crazy.
Like more saturated means it's harder to get followers. 'Cause there's more people.
I guess I don't know. The growth on TikTok is so easy. It's saturated with people getting a lot of followers.
Oh, okay.
So like a perspective I'd say is like if you have 1 million followers on TikTok, that's like the equivalent of having, I don't know, we'll say like 300K on Instagram.
yeah, that's fair.
If you ever look at the pay rates, you get paid less for TikTok for the same amount of followers as Instagram or YouTube. Because people's retention on there is just, they're zombies. They don't click links. Like, no offense to anyone and myself.
Girl,
go
we
on
are
it.
both avid TikTok users
Yeah.
right here.
I try
But-
not to.
I don't know if I find a guy and I'm like, you're cute, and he has a little link tree, which is like all their links. I'll click it. I'll be like, Instagram.
That's what happens with a lot of the hot girls, too.
I remember there was this really cute guy, and he had a link that went to his OnlyFans. I was like, oh my god, he has OnlyFans. I clicked it, and I got rickrolled. I was so pissed. I was like, are you joking?
That's too funny. Dude, wait, I should do that with Kate Eyes.
That would be so funny.
Dude, what if I'm just like, I make the price like just $2 so people actually buy it, and then
then
it's
you just have a link to
Rickroll. A Rickroll.
No, because that would be scamming people. You
Oh,
can just.
man.
I didn't even spend money for his OnlyFans. There wasn't even an account. The link that he had just led to being rickrolled. So to do that, that'll be very funny.
Mm-hmm.
I'm totally with you on that one. Nick should be here by now.
Yeah, he should. He might have even texted me or something, but my phone's over there. Do you have his number?
No,
Do you have his snap?
possibly.
Check.
I mean, probably not.
So we're filming with my phone, so the issue right now is my friend might have texted us through my phone, and
Oh
we
my
just
god!
don't know.
Wait, I actually do. Holy
Can I
shit!
see? Or do you want to call him?
I can't believe I have it. Call him on
Yeah,
Instagram.
call him on Snap.
Okay. No, here we go.
All right, we're calling Nick on this.
Wait. Why is it so quiet?
I don't know. Hey,
Hello.
Nick. So my phone is being used to film right now, and I didn't know if you were texting or calling me on it, so I just wanted to ask David to go on Snapchat so I could talk to you.
Oh, yeah, I'm just going home and showering first.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good. So we'll see you in what, probably 20 minutes, 30. All right.
Yeah, 'cause I'm gonna, well, actually, under 30 max. I don't know how long it's taking.
All right. All right. Sounds good. We're just filming the podcast right now.
Let's see it.
All right. See ya.
Do you think maybe we'll edit this part out because nobody wants to watch the phone call?
No, probably. Yeah, we will. I'll cut like
Fun.
the thing is with a podcast, right? You don't want to cut things out a lot, which brings me to another point. I edit my YouTube videos a lot like a TikTok retention span. If you've ever seen my edits, it's just like a million cuts because the faster you cut things out here and there and you have action going, they'll stay longer.
Mm-hmm.
Podcasts are very slow compared to that.
Yeah, that's
You don't
true.
make cuts. You just watch it smoothly through. We'll probably have 2 or 3 cuts in here with my mom yelling or Nick with the call with Nick. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's very interesting to see like the difference there. Although a podcast is more relaxing.
Yeah, they can be. Or just like, I don't know. I like murder podcasts.
The mystery ones.
Murder
kind of thing?
mystery vibes. Just
they're,
like
they're interesting.
recounting the story. There's this very funny thing that happens in my family. We watch Crime Junkies. We listen to Crime Junkies all the time, which is like one of the premier true crime podcasts. And the funniest thing is there's this main girl, and her name is like Selena Flowers or something. And then there's this other girl named Britt. And this Flowers lady, I don't think her real name is Selena, but her last name is definitely Flowers, will be recounting the story. And then Britt will always ask the dumbest questions. Basically, like, she'll be like, you know, Miss
she
Flower.
blonde?
Miss Flower. No, because Miss Flowers is the blonde one. And she'll be like, and George was walking down the street at 2 a.m. in the morning when he was shot and killed. And Britt will be like, so he was walking alone in the street at 2 o'clock? And then Selena will be like, yes, Britt, that's what happened.
Is
But, like, they're
Brit
serious.
Just there for the stupid people or something?
Well,
to
that's the
help?
thing, because
Yeah.
Stacy, so my stepmom, Stacy, will be listening to the podcast.
Yeah.
And she'll always be like, wait, but he was, what was he doing? Was he walking down the street or something? And then Britt, like clockwork, well, that's when Britt will ask her questions. She'll be like, so he was walking along the street at 2 o'clock? And Selena will be like, yes. And Stacy will be like, oh.
So is Stacy their target market,
Yeah,
basically?
she's like the one who's like, gets all confused.
Like wealthy moms? Is that the idea?
Not even wealthy moms, just like moms who are dumb. Not dumb.
Oh, you hear that, Stacy? If you're watching this,
Yeah,
David.
Stacy.
David just called you dumb.
Dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
I think
love
there's
Stacy.
a very specific demographic for like mothers that are wealthy.
You think so? Yeah,
I
agree.
think there is. There's. 'Cause
I mean,
they
look at
want things
like
like
all
my
of
mom,
Target.
or-
I
yeah.
mean,
Target
then-
is like the high-end Walmart, the bougie Walmart.
I love Target. I do
Target,
I
do
do
they
a lot of my shopping at Target.
Yes.
The groceries there are surprisingly kind of cheap.
You know what's
Well-
the best thing about Target? I think
What?
they have a specific Ben and Jerry's flavor, like exclusive to Target, that is Minter Wonderland, and it is amazing. If you like chocolate and mint, out of
Does
this
sound
world.
good.
It is so good.
One thing I don't like about Target is that their selection of nuts and dried fruit is very expensive. But I think that's at most places.
Yeah, anything. Nuts are very expensive. Like whenever I go and get
That
walnuts.
surprises me.
Yeah,
Like,
really?
why are nuts so expensive?
It must just be the supply and demand, like anything else.
Why is everyone so obsessed with nuts?
Well, I know, especially with walnuts, there's news that came out years ago about how they are very rich in omega-3 fats, which help prevent like Alzheimer's and dementia. So people try getting that in their diet, along with a bunch of other health benefits. So you usually do want them mixed in your oatmeal or something.
I'm more of a peanut guy myself.
I like peanut butter.
So,
a lot.
peanuts are easy to get. No, I'll go through like a thing of crunchy peanut butter like this.
Yeah.
There was a night once.
Oh, you like crunchy, dude? I don't
Girl,
like
I
crunchy.
love the crunchy
no,
peanut butter.
not crunchy. It's so gross.
No, I'll eat
No,
that right out of the
smooth.
can by the fork.
Smooth.
No,
Wait, by the fork? What the fuck?
We are getting very intimate on today's podcast
fork.
with my little intimate private details.
The fork. Why would you eat peanut butter with a fork?
So because it's crunchy, you can eat it with basically a fork, and you can just like spoon it out, and it's like.
Okay, but why not use
Listen,
a
I
spoon?
was super stoned one night, and I made big things of ramen, and I ate half a jar of peanut butter and 2 things of ramen. And I watched like
Such a weird
and I watched a
combination of
movie.
food.
I don't remember what movie it
man.
was. Like I mentioned, I was super stoned,
Yes.
but it worked for me. And then I think I finished the rest of it over the course of that week.
Oh my god. You know, that reminds me of a weird combination. When I was half awake one time, this is during push camp, super tired. I wake up at like 4 a.m. starving.
Yeah.
I take this blueberry English muffin, I cut it up, I go in the freezer, take out a scoop of strawberry ice cream, and throw it on the like non-toasted bread.
That's not too weird.
And it's like an ice cream sandwich, but it wasn't cooked or anything. It was just
Ah.
ice cream.
No,
And
that
yours is a
sounds-
lot more
the
weird.
fact
No,
that that sounds,
no,
like,
compared
okay
to
to
yours,
me-
that sounds very
I don't know. That sounds
normal.
good. Here's the thing for me. I don't spend money in college. Well, I mean, I do. But when the places where I'm supposed to spend money, like on like food for the dorm, like I don't spend any money. So like I'll go to the store and I'll get peanut butter because I'm like that's like an easy
Peanut butter's cheap,
snack.
yeah.
But anything else, I just won't buy because I have no income. I don't have a way to get a job in college, so I have no income, and I don't want to spend all my money, and I hate to have to ask my dad for money, so I don't spend money, and therefore I have to just eat peanut butter all the time.
Just peanut butter.
Or like I'll get a thing of Chick-fil-A sauce.
Dude, you should start a YouTube channel and be like, how I lived college off peanut butter.
No, I think
I
that's a
survived.
lot of people though. I don't think that's
a lot
unique.
of people are using
I think
peanut butter
I
to
think that
survive.
could be like several thousand people could make that
Oh
YouTube
man,
channel. and it
peanut
would be the
butter is
same
so
exact
good.
story.
Well, it doesn't matter. Same exact story, man. You gotta make it yourself. Learn
what's
storytelling.
nice about the crunchy peanut butter is that like the creamy peanut butter is just so much. Like it's so heavy.
It's
so
so
hard.
good. It's so
But
good.
like
you don't eat it by
the
the
crunchy,
spoonful
like you can
usually.
actually like chew it a little bit, and it makes it
Yeah.
like more easy to eat.
I just
think.
like it being smooth.
Okay, well, I like it
Like a
smooth. I like it
PB&J?
crunchy. I mean, I love smooth peanut butter too.
You know, it's really good Nutella, but it's just so unhealthy for you.
I love Nutella.
And
as
there was like a
well.
bunch of issues I heard about it coming from slaves from like I think I can't remember where they get the hazelnuts and cocoa beans, but there was a big
No.
scandal I think in the past.
That's
I
not
don't
good.
quote me on that, but there was some controversy with it.
We had Nutella as one of the toppings for the pancake business, like I mentioned, and Veronica would always just eat the Nutella. It was really bad. Because also, it was one of our most popular toppings.
Do you remember when we found slave-free chocolate?
Yes.
Oh my god,
Oh,
guys!
I do.
All right,
That was so-
obviously, slavery is an awful thing,
yeah, and
but
the
this
fact
took
that
us so off guard.
the fact that the chocolate industry is basically grounded on slavery is terrible.
Yeah,
it's one
no.
of those things where it's like
But
we have to.
here's Dave and I, very naive to the subject, not knowing anything. We're just looking for a big ass chocolate bar, and we see on the front of this chocolate, what was it called, Tom's Chocolate or something? It just says slave-free
Slave-free
chocolate,
chocolate.
and I'm laughing. I'm like, what kind of marketing is that? You know, this is something
were
new.
so
They're joking
confused.
around. I turn it around to find a paragraph about how the chocolate industry is like what David said was built up on slavery and still is pretty much. And it was insane. It was just so, like, what the hell moment.
And
You
I'm
just
thinking,
did not
like,
expect.
I'm like, who's putting slaves in
Who
chocolate?
thought we were gonna? Who thought going to Big Y for grocery shopping you were gonna find out about the slave industry?
Yeah, well, I mean,
with chocolate.
you have to think about it at a grocery store. Grocery stores, they have like the name brand that you
That's
know.
true.
They have the store brand
Mhm.
that is cheaper.
Oh, fun fact, Nick. I don't think you were there. This was at the casino. Nick was saying he works at Stop and Shop, but we also have a Big Y here. Both Stop and Shop and Big Y get their store brand goods from the same store.
whoa. I thought he worked at Big Y.
Or he works at Big Y. My bad. Reverse. that.
Don't misinform the people.
Okay. Anyway, both Big Y and Stop and Shop have their store brand goods, right? That are cheaper,
Yeah.
but they actually get it from the same business.
Yeah, everyone knows that.
I didn't.
Well, welcome to the real world, Jagger.
I don't
Anyways,
like it.
so they have, the name brand, they have the store brand, but then they always also have the brand that's like a step above. You know,
Like the organic, or
like the
something.
organic, the fancy,
The
the
expensive,
slave free.
the smart,
know?
the Fijian smart waters of the
Yeah.
world.
Like we have Poland Springs, which is the best bottled water.
I don't know. About
Shut
that.
up, you're wrong.
I'm trying to think.
We
now, what is
have
that?
the store brand water bottle, like
Mhm.
the what is the Target one, like Pure and Balanced or
Dude, I
Smart
don't
Balance
know.
or something. And then we have like the Fiji water, or we have the water in a box, or the other. Like,
Water in a box is not
So dumb.
high-end. That is so. It's supposed to help like with the plastic issue,
no, but it
which
is,
I think
it
is
is
great.
supposed to be. Well, here's the thing: it's still like trees and paper, which so you're chopping down trees, so that's still
It's
not.
just it's
great.
bad. I think it's just you're taking the lesser of two evils
Yeah,
in the
I
situation.
guess so. I guess so. I don't know. I'd
Yeah.
rather not be chopping down
It was
trees.
like with the last
but
two
whatever.
elections. I remember I just heard that so much. Not to get political about it, but it was basically between the lesser of two evils
Yeah.
each time. No one ever really could agree. No one can ever agree on different sides of politics besides the fact that no one wanted Hillary or Trump. No one wanted Trump or Biden. It was just who was the least worst
Like how did?
of the
Because
scenario.
remember the sexy Asian guy? I wanted him.
What was his name? Oh my god, Andrew
Yang, right?
Andrew Yang, I think was his
Oh.
name. Yep. I that's what got me into looking into UBI. Not
He
as a
was
thing
gorge.
of interest, but just like a necessity that might be coming in the future.
Mhm.
And it was really curious,
Yeah.
it was interesting stuff.
We had a lot of great candidates. I don't know how I ended up with Joe.
I don't know how the hell we ended up with
Here's something I
with
learned.
Sleepy Joe and
Apparently,
Orange
Joe
Man.
has a speech impediment. So he's not just like slow and an idiot. He actually has a speech impediment.
Oh my
So he
God.
has like a medical reason
Dude, how the fuck
to be
did we
talking
end up
slowly.
with Joe and Trump?
No, it's so unbelievable.
I started telling
I think it's so
people,
funny how Trump never got above a 50% approval rating in his 4
Bruh.
years.
No, the
Ooh.
what's it? If you mix Trump and Biden, you get Brump. That's what I started telling people I voted for. By the way, to this day, no one knows who I voted for. Not Kate, not my mom, no one.
Wow.
Yep.
Do you even know?
I do know. And
Yeah.
I was on the fence for both of them. I was very close to who I chose, and
I
kept
put it this
making
way.
last-minute decisions.
I put it this way. Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump were like a penis and a vagina. I don't think either of them are great. But I do like one a little bit better than I like the other.
That's basically what we've just been talking about, the lesser of two evils.
And
Yeah.
it was it's not Trump for that matter.
Yeah, but
It was Hillary. I couldn't even vote at that point.
it was
But-
too even, man.
Well, you know, I feel like
I didn't look into Hillary at all. I don't really know.
not the Republican Party, both of the
I like how I
parties.
said not to get political, and now here we
and
go.
here we are.
You can't help
can't
but go
avoid
into
it.
about it, especially
They were
Yeah.
both parties have got some whack shit going on. When you really read about it, not like conspiracy theories because that's a dangerous little rabbit hole to go
Oh
down.
my god, the thing
But,
you
like-
wear a tinfoil hat your whole life.
I know, but like just the real shit
You
that's gone
become-
down.
Yeah.
You read it from Democrats or Republicans, and you're like, what?
Oh, the extreme news? How
I'm-
it separates people, you mean?
I'm like, I want to, love this candidate, but holy shit, you were part of a child sex trafficking ring.
There's always something
Or
wrong
like,
with everyone.
oh,
bro.
you did this. Oh, you did that. Which is, I think, a little bit
What was like the most beloved president in recent history? Probably Obama. And I bet you could find something wrong with him if you did enough digging.
my
like everyone.
Stacy. Remember Stacy? My stepmom hates Michelle Obama because she
A
thinks
lot of
that she's
people didn't
ugly
like it.
and that
It's
she
not
ruins
about
school lunches.
ugliness, But
I'm like, Michelle is
Nah.
gorge. She's a beautiful
it
woman.
has nothing to
Always
do with
has
looks.
been.
I don't know. The fact that she took away my lunch though in 4th grade and made it healthy bothered me. I wanted my unhealthy
Okay,
food.
Michelle.
No sodas.
Michelle took a lot of action. She didn't do good. She fucked it up.
Did she? I don't even know what
I mean,
ended
maybe
up
it's
happening.
healthier now, but it's also I mean, it's not even healthier.
Is it not?
I mean, look at the shit we eat.
I don't
Or
know. Maybe
ate,
I feel like
rather,
okay.
in
The
high
shit
school.
compared to what we ate. So David and I are both 19, and the shit we ate in elementary. Michelle, I think Obama got elected when we were in what 4th grade? About
I
maybe
wouldn't know.
around there is when it changed for us. So it's kind of hard to remember, but I remember it changing. We had the like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or something tray where you had your
Oh, yeah.
grain, your meat, and protein.
Oh my god, yeah. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tray.
Yeah.
Remember Lucky Tray?
Lucky Tray. Oh my god.
Comment if you remember Lucky Tray.
Oh
I hate to
my
say
God,
that shit. 'cause
Lucky
I hate
Tray.
when YouTubers like, comment this like now.
Well, let's be honest. I think the first episode, not maybe we're gonna watch it.
Oh wait, this is
If
a podcast. You can't even comment. Oh, but it's
No,
YouTube.
you can. It's YouTube. Yeah.
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 If you're on YouTube and you're listening to this, then
in this exact niche.
then go and
and the
comment
unlikeliness.
or something or like if you remember Lucky Tray.
Dude, the Lucky Tray. I remember getting so hyped. Kids would steal other kids' trays for Lucky Tray. That shit was
God, that
like
was
a
so
gangster's
fun.
paradise for kids version.
Do you remember we had the little store during lunch? At Norton, we had a little shop.
At Norton, we didn't
And
have a
you
little
could,
shop.
I think, bring money to go and buy like silly bands and like just
we had
like
the
little
book fair that
trinkets.
came in occasionally,
Oh yeah, the book fair was
like
great.
like twice a year maybe.
Yeah.
And there was
The
like an
book fair
ice
was
cream
great.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that. That
Yeah.
was crazy.
Elementary school.
And what would you win if you won the lunch, the tray thing? You get like what, a little toy or
I
something?
don't even remember.
I don't
I didn't
remember
really
either.
ever win anything in elementary school except for one time. There was this girl named Bianca during like the mile run, and she was having an asthma attack. So I stopped, and I was walking with her, which was really just an excuse for me to not have to run the mile. But it
So
was
many
me
people did that.
looking gracious and kind and walking with her. And then the principal of the school came out, I guess. I think that my teacher was like, Miss Ruckus, you need to come out right now. And out she comes and gave me a pencil because I walked with the asthma girl and said that was very brave of me and I was an excellent student or something like that.
In reality, you just didn't want
In
to
reality,
run.
I just didn't want to run the mile.
Dude, you know what that reminds me of? Have you seen that meme where the guy goes into his girlfriend's house and sees her sister, and the sister's like, "You want to bang?" And then the guy runs out to his car for a Trojan, and his girlfriend's in the car, and is like, "That was a test. I knew I could trust you."
Oh, no, I haven't seen that.
You haven't seen that? Oh,
I
that's
haven't
like
seen that.
old
That is
Vine.
funny. Wow.
It's been yeah. That's what it reminds me of.
I'm trying to think. I had another weird memory from elementary school.
There's
I was having a rough time. You know, my parents were getting divorced. Yeah, that's the one reason really that I was having a rough time. And
I mean, that's a hard
it
time.
was hard.
Yeah.
And I was really excited because we had Chinese food the night before, and my mom had packed the leftover lo mein and some other stuff for me to
Chicken
eat
lo
that
mein's
day.
so good.
I was so excited for it. And I lost my lunchbox. I think I left it on the bus or something.
Oh,
And I was so sad that I didn't get to have my lo mein. Then, like, maybe 3 days later, I'm walking back home from the bus stop, and on a random mailbox in my neighborhood, I find my lunchbox pinned to the mailbox. It wasn't even my address. It was someone else's, but it was clearly mine. And the lo mein was still in there. 3 days later.
Don't tell me you ate it.
No!
Imagine.
No! I was so grossed out. I was like, girl, why
Oh
is
my
this still
God.
here? Oh my God.
You should have just thrown it on the ground.
I was
Like,
so
yeah.
disgusted. So I just brought it home and left
You
it
could
for
see
my
little
mom to take
David
care of.
just having his chicken lo mein. He brings it home, leaves it on the island. Your dad comes home, he's like, "What the hell?"
Oh my
It's
God.
like molded.
Well, my
and
dad
everything.
didn't come home because he was.
Mm.
I don't know if this was before or after the kidnapping, but he was like not.
Kidnapping? What?
You know about how I was briefly kidnapped for a month, right?
No. Wait,
By
from your mom?
Andrea?
Oh, okay. We'll save this for another day.
Can we just have a podcast?
About this,
Where we go
about our
through
childhood.
my messy divorce.
Yes, we will have
That'll
different
be
podcasts.
fun.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, that'll be
All
fun.
right. I think you want to call it now.
Yeah, we're at
51.
50 minutes. This
50
laptop
minutes
is gonna
about.
die
Yeah.
in a moment, so
All right, we'll call it there.
here's to
All
hoping
right.
everything recorded
Well,
properly.
Yeah, watch. We're gonna end it and nothing did.
If we are one day very famous, and this is the very first
It becomes a
podcast,
David and Jagger podcast.
if this is the very first one, and you are watching this as a new fan years in the future,
Mhm.
then well, I really have nothing to say
You
to
know
you.
something interesting?
You wasted your time.
You
We shouldn't be famous, but here we
you
are.
don't want to call the podcast after your name, so in the future, if it becomes big enough, you can scale it outside of you and have other people come on the podcast, and then you make money while they make the podcast.
That was a great little tidbit of wisdom to close
Yes.
us off.
All right.
All right, toodles for now, everyone.
Good night, everybody, or
Good
good morning,
night.
wherever you are.
Buongiorno.
Bon-
That's hello.
Yeah.
Sayonara.
I'm probably all right. We're ending it. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.